Could you comment on this, if you will? Because, you talked about unity of purpose, and it does come across as though these attackers have got some sense of unity of purpose. For instance, look at the reports this morning. There's this attack in banks in Auchi, and so with the one in Abuja, plus the one in Jaji. So people have this impression, could this be orchestrated? Does the police actually put all of this in perspective while going on with this? What can you tell us about this one in Auchi? Is it connected to the one in Abuja?
Let me take it from the incidents in Jaji. I've heard a lot of side comments about the Nigerian military. I want to say it very clearly here. I am not the spokesman for the Nigerian army, neither am I the spokesperson for any of the components of the Nigerian armed forces. But I want to make this fact clear, that Nigeria is blessed with a very compact, a very competent, and a very professional armed forces. If you will recall, in June this year, the Nigerian Army, under the leadership of Lieutenant General Ihe Jirika, unveiled a locally made armored personnel carrier. That's the hallmark of professionalism. If you look at international operations all over the world, we've had force commanders and a lot of the multinational military operations, both at the ECOWAS level, the regional level, the continental level, and the international level, has been headed by Nigerian generals. And Nigerian military have consistently and continuously distinguished themselves. The singular incident that happened in Jaji must not disseminate or must not subtract from this fact. Now, returning it back to the situation in Abuja, that's the same story. And the situation in Auchi is one that I'm still studying. It happened yesterday. I've been in touch with the Commissioner of Police in charge of Edo, but incidentally, he was deeply involved in the operation yesterday and thus could not give me a thorough, a comprehensive information. Perhaps at the end of this program, I'm sure I will get a comprehensive information as to what happened, and I'll be able to do a thorough analysis. But like I've said before, Nigerians must not despair. What we are passing through is the same experience that some of the best democracies in the world, some of the best economies in the world have passed in the time past. They have come out stronger. We will come out stronger. Some of the countries in the world today that boast of the best security agencies are countries that have passed through the kind of history we are passing through. Nigerian police will come out sharper and better and even more combat ready. We will continue to discharge our responsibility. The blood of our colleagues that are being shed will not be shed in vain. And we call on Nigerians to rally around the government as well as the security agencies in this onerous task of putting an end to this reckless impunity.
Okay, Ms. Amba, now you've talked about how you come out stronger. But just answer us here. Your intelligence network, does it cut across the entire country?
Well, I think if I got your question right, you asked a simple question, if our intelligence network cut across the entire country. My answer is definitely yes. And you must also remember that we are not just using the intelligence at our own disposal alone. The Nigerian police have a very strong synergy and a very strong working relationship with the Nigerian military intelligence, with other security agencies, and we are working together. As a matter of fact, even as at the time the incident was reported yesterday, the Inspector General of Police, and of course I was in his entourage, was in Asaba attending the Chief of Army Staff Conference. That's part of those fora, one of those fora that the Nigerian military and other security agencies are continuously putting together to find solutions to some of the nagging security issues in this country. And that also is an indication of the kind of collaboration, partnership, and synergy going on between these agencies. Okay. So I want to assure Nigerians that our intelligence agency is at its best. And even in the Nigerian police, we are actually we are continuously sharpening the edges of our intelligence arm.
All right, we
Today
did ask,
we boast of an assistant inspector general that is competent and well trained, who is manning that agency, and he's bringing a lot of professionalism to bear in that department.
We did put this question across to Mr. Chukwuma some time ago, and we'd like to ask you in conclusion. All of these committees, these reports, these panels that are held on a regular basis in the country, is there any one that the police looks at, or anyone that is being implemented or being looked at to be implemented in the next, is it 1 month or thereabouts?
Well, there are different types of committees and panels that have been established since the re-establishment of democratic governance in Nigeria, particularly as it relates to the working and operations of the Nigerian Police Force. But of course, most of these things are being done at the political level, and as the spokesperson who deals basically on operational issues, I may not be able to comment on them. However, I do know that when the current IGP, MD Abubakar, came on board, he also did set up internal committees that looked into some of the issues, including the workings of even my department, the Public Relations Department. I do know, and I can say categorically clear here, that those in-house committees' recommendations are being religiously implemented. However, the other panels that are established by the federal government, I am not perhaps competent to comment on them, because these issues are political issues. They are being handled at a very top political level, and I think the ministry and those at that very top level are better positioned to comment on them. But having said that, the bottom line is Nigeria today is blessed by a military and police leadership that are irrevocably committed to restoring law and order in this country. And onward will we continue to march.